Pretty Bag Magic, your video has had no impact on me. But let me give you some background so you can understand a few things. So maybe, I don't know, you understand where all this is coming from. I think in that video, whatever I was talking about creators who exploit black women, and we all know that there are a lot of them on here who do that. And yes, I don't like Cynthia G. That's my opinion, and I have a right not to. If you like her, that has nothing to do with me. As far as the pocket watching goes, I don't need to watch anybody's pocket. When I said those things in reference to creators who come on YouTube and only come to garner people to come behind a paywall. And when I did say that, I was speaking in particular about Miss Archduchess and the very live that she had where she was blaming black women for being killed by black males because of how they decided to dress, wear makeup, and do their hair. Okay, so if you're going to try to tell my story and think you're on here cussing me out, know what you're talking about before you start talking, okay? Secondly, the woman, I guess, who put up some video or came to you or whatever the fuck she did this time, because this is a habit of hers, right? The Diamond Crystalist. She used to be called Divested Diamonds. I know you don't know this because you would have no reason to know this. She has some type of personal, real issue with me. And it's not just the typical on YouTube silly shit that you're doing right now with me that most content creators do with each other. No, she has a real issue. I don't know what it is. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with colorism and also featureism, because you're not the first person she's done this with. You're like the second, right? So she does this with me quite a lot. And before she did that with the two content creators who happen to be light-skinned with me, she did a whole video about me having an opinion. And the only thing I get out of all of this is that because I'm a dark, older woman who happens to be extremely attractive, people are upset when I speak and express my opinion. Now, when I come on your channel and I speak about something you have a problem with that you mentioned, all you got to do is simply block me or erase it. But you're not going to tell me that I can't voice my opinion, and you're not going to label it bullying because I speak my opinion. Because if that's the fact of the matter, then everybody in the comments section is a bully, right? But no, I get it. It's because it's that old, stereotypical Northeast or New Yorker shit that many of all of the nation has a problem with. It's like all of you have, and even you Californians have an issue with New Yorkers. And frankly, I don't give a fuck. And I'm being very real. The other thing that you tend to leave out when you went on your fucking rant about me is that I don't know why or who made you think that I was coming at you or having something derogatory to say about you, but clearly you have not been watching my videos, and subscribers have been not telling you these things, because I often mention many of your videos in reference to the context of the quality of whatever topic you're covering. And I suggest a lot of the things you're doing all the time because you do put very informative content out. But you trying to come at me like that over some bullshit, like from the clip I saw in the video you did where I was saying don't compare me to you and other people. I meant just that. Don't compare me to anyone. Take me as I am and take me for the content of the material I put out and the context of the material. Don't compare me to other people, because I am not them. I am me. If you got a problem with that, then that's just too fucking bad, And it does offend me, because whenever your channel was taken down, and even though you didn't ask me to do this and I didn't have to, I always spoke up and was telling people, like, you know, this is a person who puts out decent content and stuff that's informative to black women. Not the typical shit that this dumb bitch that you're coming at me for puts up. Like, she comes on with her bullshit, elitist shit where, you know, she's so elitist now. She's so up here and everybody else is down here. But yet she has time to go around YouTube picking out different content creators that she could put the battery in the back of to start shit with me, because you're not the first one she's done this with, right? It's just ridiculous. It's just, to me, it's ridiculous. And it really doesn't matter to me. Like, y'all could call me names all day. It doesn't mean shit to me, because the bottom line is, yes, I am bold, and nothing's gonna stop me from being bold. If you don't like me, that's your right. That's your fucking right. As far as the march is concerned, that hits a nerve with a lot of y'all, because a lot of y'all talk big shit online, but you don't have no action in society where it really counts. Like, with all this shit on here, everything that's ever going on, whatever movement that's happening at the time, it's just mic talk, right? It's never putting the boots to the ground the way that it needs to for black women and girls. Me, I have no problem with that. Clearly, Spiritual Whistleblower has no problem with that, because we were the only two from YouTube world that was actually there at Rosa's Black Femicide March, plus the other content creators y'all don't know about because they're from Toronto. All right, I ain't afraid of black males like y'all. I don't hide my face. I don't jump and run to a corner when they walk by me or come close to me. I don't do none of that, okay? I'm not putting my life in danger or whatever the fuck it was you said, because they ain't doing shit to me that I don't allow them to, okay? Period. It's just, y'all just be making things, blowing it out of proportion when it is unnecessary. Clearly, this chick, Divested Diamonds, now she's calling herself Divested Crystalist. She don't have shit else to do but continue to try to start shit for me. And maybe I remind her of some woman that took her man or did something to her in life, because you know how too many light-skinned women got problems with dark-skinned women, and they just gotta make up shit like something was always traumatizing them in their childhood when it comes to black women that look like me. So maybe that's what this bitch's problem is. But I ain't saying nothing derogatory about you, not till now. And I have always promoted your videos and told people it's good quality. You need to check out and promote women like this. That is what I've always said. But you know, if you want to have an issue with me, I don't have no fucking problem with that. The same way you say, you know, everybody can get it, that's the same fucking way I feel. But I do one further. If you got a problem with me and anybody else out there, meet me at the motherfucking march. We can square up right there. Right there. I got no fucking problem with it, believe me. I'm putting in for the 3rd application to get permission to do a march in New York City for black femicide, because I think it's important. It's important to me to not only talk shit on the mic, right, but to go out into the street, and even if it's one person, that I get to listen to what I feel is important about bringing the crisis and the murdering of black women and the human trafficking of little girls by a Black Femicide March. That's what I do to show myself, not subscribers on YouTube or anything like that, but for me and for the women that have fallen, and for other women that don't have the courage to get out there and do it, to see somebody that's not afraid like too many women on YouTube are. That's why they hide behind fucking avatars, and if they show a picture, they behind a filter, or they don't go live and show their face. For what? I don't need to do any of that. None of these people put no fear in me. Listen, I live and I will die. Nobody or nothing in between that is going to make me shrink myself or cower in their presence. It's not going to happen. So if my overconfidence in my person and my right to live in this fucking life without apologizing to anybody for my existence offends you and you call it bullying, then let it fucking be. All right? But I didn't say anything derogatory about you. I haven't. Now your girl, Crystal Swirls, fuck that bitch. All day, every day. Fuck her. Okay? Fuck that bitch. That's how I feel. All right? That's it. That's it. Sorry you feel that way. It's nothing I could do about it, and I don't care to, because you appear to be to me now like everybody else, where you was just itching for something to say some shit. Like, even in the clip that you showed, can y'all stop that shit, please? Thank you. Even in the clip that you showed, it wasn't me talking nasty or fucked up about you. It was me talking to the subscribers about not comparing. Listen, and if you took it however you took it, I can't stop you, right? But I have never sat up anywhere and talked about you like a dog. I have not. I have always advocated for you and asked people to help push your channel when I knew these dudes was flagging you, and you would create a channel every time something happened to you. And even most recently, like when you spoke about Samantha Cooker and the foul shit she did, you know, because you read the comment. I told you I agreed with you, because you know what? She had come to my page a little bit before that incident happened with you. And I don't know what she came for, but it was kind of like an invitation for me and her. And I refused. I backed down from it because it just, something didn't feel right about it, right? And then when I saw what you were saying about how it was true, she only was coming for the women that look like you and nobody else, that made me think, oh yeah, you did the right thing when you didn't answer her back in the message that she sent you. Because I'm not into having wars between black women with different colors. But unfortunately, the woman that felt like you had to hear the so horrible things I was saying about you, she does. Because that is the second time she's done that. And she did a whole video before that, just out of the clear blue, about me, up and down, up and down, up and down. And I never said one word to this woman or about her, or even really cared about her existence, because I didn't give a fuck. She wasn't talking about anything that interested me, you know. And I'm doing too much explaining, because I don't have to explain myself to any of you. But like I said, you can feel how you want to feel. I never offended you or like talked bad about you. I never did. I don't like your girlfriend. That's it. Or whatever the fuck she is. I don't like her. Okay? End of story. I already did the video on her. I won't put it back up, but I talked about her like a fucking dog, and she deserved it. And the video where she talked about me very disgustingly, that you probably didn't hear, she took down. Because you know what? She thought about it, and she said, if I leave this video up talking about this woman's color like this, the way that I have, all the other women that are close to her color or have her color or darker than her are going to have a problem with me. So she took the shit down. But it speaks to who the fuck she really is. So if you wanted to know why I had a problem with your fat girl, now you know. And once again, it's too bad you feel that way, because I never had a problem with your material. And whatever I was talking about in my fucking video had nothing to do with you personally. But all this shit you talking now, talking about pocket watching, I don't need to watch anybody's pockets. But if I made a comment about Archduchess talking shit about black women getting themselves killed because they wear lace fronts, lashes, and want to dress however they want to dress, in her opinion, provocatively, and then turn around and want to tell black women that she's so fucking brilliant that she can't be on YouTube, so that's the reason why you need to pay to hear her talk. If I call bullshit on that, then I call bullshit on that. And if I call black women exploitation, because everybody on here is doing it, from Prince Ella to Cynthia G to now Bourbon Bougie and every fucking body else who literally came out their face and said that it was a blow to their gut or a stomach punch that they lost their check. You tell me if they on here for black women's best interest or for a check when people saying shit like that. And then if you haven't noticed, like every movement that's going on now, one of these so-called huge content creators are right in the mix so they can get their dollar too. The same thing that we complain about with the black males are the same thing these women are doing to black women. But they profess to care about black women so much. And that's what I always talk about, because they're full of shit. And a lot of black women do know what I'm saying is true, and a lot don't. But I feel I need to say it because I want to say it. And I'm not going to stop. And it doesn't matter how many videos you make and what you say. Okay? Because like you said, the same way you say anybody could get it, I feel the same way we all do. So, you know, it is what it is. But I think you went a little too overboard for shit that didn't warrant that. It really didn't. It didn't. And I will speak about anything that concerns where I'm from, because I would know better than you, because I live here. And that is what I've always done. And it was never a direct attack on you. It was just correcting and letting you know the real thing. And you ain't the only person I've done it to. Because people have a tendency to try to make it seem like everything is the worst here because white people have put that myth out into the world. That's not true. It's not true at all. And if I have a way to prove it or say something about it, I will. And none of you are going to stop me, no matter how many times you say I'm a bully. Because here's the reality of shit. Just because you say something about me doesn't make it so. And vice versa. It's just another one of those opinions that don't mean shit. And I'm not on here to gather friends or likability from other content creators. I'm actually really here to try to help black women. Okay? And whatever I was talking about in that video, maybe you should have watched the whole thing to know the context. Because even in the clip you showed, I wasn't saying anything to fucking hurt your feelings or come at you. But I don't give a fuck. I mean, it is what it is. And all that shit you said about DZ, fuck her and fuck you too when it comes to all of that. Because she's another one that spliced my videos together. Because she was trying to make a point, if I remember correctly, about so-called that antebellum word y'all use, and about women taking care of their sons. And she left out the entire part where, because my son was deployed, I had to take care of something for him here because he wasn't here to do it. Not that I was paying his bills. It was his money I was using. So she spliced that together. Because in the video I did as a retort to her stupidity, I showed the whole fucking thing. I didn't care to do any of that with, because I don't give a fuck about any of this anymore. From now on, when y'all do all this kind of shit, I'm just gonna be like, fuck you, and that's it. Because it's ridiculous at this point. Because being me, it's just me, so I get it. And I don't give a fuck. I really don't. Because none of y'all do affects me. What you eat don't make me shit, and I don't give a fuck. It's just that simple. Sorry I had to go there like that on you, because I was always bigging up your shit, because I enjoy it quite a lot, right? But I don't understand why you took the ball and run like that over some bullshit this chick came to you with. Like, that shit was crazy. And I didn't even say anything. But it's all good. Because you know what? This is funny. You know how they say, like, shit, things repeat themselves, karma and all that shit? Now I see what Mocha was trying to say to me when I was laughing at her when that shit happened to her with DZ. Now I see exactly what she was saying. So, Mocha, if you see this video, touche, girl, touche. Ah! But listen, I ain't gonna be giving this shit no more energy. I mean, it's unfortunate you feel that way, and listen, when I put up, hopefully I'm hoping I finally get the permit to have this march. If you really got so much fucking heat for me and hate, you could come see me at the march. I ain't gonna run. Alright? You and your girl, Diamond Bitchless. you can try to jump me, you can do whatever, try to do whatever you think you can do. I ain't gonna run, okay? Okay? I ain't gonna run. I'll be there. Ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous.